Okay, we're doing some super simple meal prep right now, but today I want to show you specifically how to actually use that kitchen scale, how to use that food scale. Okay, you can get these for 10, 20 bucks, okay? A gram and ounce scale. Do we want to do grams? Do we want to do ounces? Well, we want to be familiar with doing both. And let me show you why. So I'm going to turn this on. I've got it on grams right now. I'm going to take my Tupperware that we're going to be using today and put that on there, and I'm going to zero out the scale. Boom. Okay. Let's look at a food label. It's in grams right now, right? So when I look at a food label, this is some sugar-free ketchup, for example. When I look at a food label, it gives me a volumetric measurement, okay, so 1 tablespoon, and it gives me a weight measurement, grams. Most of the time, food labels are going to be in grams, so if you want an accurate measurement, hey, you're going to want to go by grams, right? Now, in general, do you want to go by volume or weight? Weight every time, okay? Because here's why. A cup of cornflakes is going to have a different density than a cup of Greek yogurt or a cup of ketchup, right? It's going to weigh a different amount and thus give you really just a different amount of calories that you're having from ketchup versus cornflakes, right? They're not all created equal. Always use weight. Now, I don't love the example I just used with the ketchup because, look, there's very little calories in this. I don't want you to go crazy on stressing about your condiments, but it is important to measure to the best you can with these kind of things, okay? Now, we are going to weigh out some food here. So, we are going to start with our carb source from this meal, which is going to be the pasta, okay? And I want to get 4 ounces. Let me just put on the ounce tab, go over to there. And my desired amount, for example, is 4 ounces cooked, okay? So I'm going to weigh that out. And that is close enough, okay? I'm going to zero out that scale again and put in my cooked meat here, okay? So I want to get 6 ounces. I'm often asked, and this is ground chicken, by the way, 93% lean. I'm often asked, do I weigh it, raw versus cooked? Look, just be consistent with whichever one you use. I portion my food. I make my food in bulk a lot of times, so I don't want to portion out raw. That would be impossible, right? So I'm simply going to do 6 ounces cooked, okay? So I want to put that in. I've got the gelatin on there too. Makes it taste better when you melt it, right? So we're going to put in 6 ounces of that, okay, on the food scale. So instead of putting this on a plate just on the kitchen table, our plate is now just on a scale. It's basically the only difference. I'm a little above. Let me try to get a little bit out of here. Let me take that piece out. And we are just below. And as long as you are in the ballpark, you're good to go, okay? 0.7 of an ounce is not gonna hurt anyone, okay? I'm going to pair this with a veggie. Look, for the sake of structure, I'm going to weigh this. However, I've never heard of anyone say, Ben, I can't lose weight because I can't stop eating broccoli, okay? So just add vegetables to your meal, okay? Don't worry about the weight. So I'm just going to put a random amount of veggies in here because I want some kind of vegetable with my meal. And this doesn't have to be an extreme amount, it could be just some. Always want to have some kind of produce at a meal. I'm going to add wheat pasta here in a minute, but I'll do that off screen. Now I'm going to show you about seasoning your food. Look, these don't have any calories, okay? Don't be afraid of salt. I wouldn't go crazy, but don't be afraid of it. It's makes your food taste good. I couldn't eat my food if it was just bland, okay? I only measure salt when I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding show. We want to see how much sodium I'm taking in. When it's the off season or if you're just a regular human, don't worry about it. Salt your food to taste, okay? I like Creole seasoning. This is high in sodium, right? I don't care. Let me put some of that on my food, all right? You see, I didn't go to town. I just put some on there. Now, let's put on a macro-friendly condiment. Okay, and let me put this in grams. Boom, we're in grams. Scale is zeroed out. Okay, referring back to this food label. 16 grams will give me 1 gram of carb, right? So let's say I want to have exactly that amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of that on. And let's see, we get it close. Oop, I went a little bit over, didn't I? I went over by 1 gram. Call it good, okay? Now, it's the same thing if you are, let's see, let me get a carton of egg whites. Carton of egg whites. 46 grams is 1 serving. So what you do is, let's say you make some scrambled eggs or something, you would pour this in a bowl on top of your food scale, and you'd be good to go for 1 serving of 46 grams because you have 5 grams of protein. Let's say you wanted 10 grams of protein from egg whites, right? You go, okay, I'm going to double this. 46 times 2 is 92 grams, okay? That gives us 10 grams of protein. See where I'm going with this? You want to weigh those foods. Check the food labels. It will tell you the actual macronutrient profile. And when I say macronutrient profile, I am referring to fats, carb, and protein per serving of the food you're having, whatever it is, right? So that's that. It's all very basic. Don't let it overwhelm you. At first, it might be a little confusing, but it's just not that bad once you get used to it, okay? Take care.